Hey there, my name is LazySwayze, and this video is sort of a video for me to get out my thoughts and try to form those thoughts into a video that I can go ahead and maybe watch back later and try to understand myself better, maybe get some advice from you all. I'm 35 years old, and uh, I've I feel like I'm a pretty well-lived person in terms of being able to go ahead and do what I've done in my life. Right out of high school, I joined the army and was in the army for a number of years. I did have a speech impediment before I joined the army, but before I had joined the army, it felt like I had a pretty decent grasp on how to manage it, and I won't say I had all the answers, but I had my own ways to cope with it, and I th- this video isn't to go ahead and dissuade anyone from going ahead and serving their country, going ahead and being able to feel like they can do what they want to do in their lives. That's not the intent at all. In almost every aspect, the army taught me and gave me ways to look at a problem differently, and ways to engage with the world a different way. And it was a positive experience in almost every way, but my speech impediment. These stresses that army life gave me, I wasn't able to go ahead and rise to. And it sort of feels like it's made me regress to a point that I was before I joined the army, in terms of what I want from myself when it comes to my speech. And with that, I sort of feel like when I go ahead and try to hold a conversation, try to go ahead and form that deeper connection, or try to show someone, I'm here, I'm listening, give an opinion on something. I always feel like maybe they're not listening. Maybe they want me to hurry the hell up. Maybe they just want me to go ahead and stop talking. That's a constant fear and thought in the back of my mind every time I speak. It's a fear right now. And it's not that I really care all that much. But I wish I did more and was able to express it outwardly. In a constructive way that gave me the ability to go ahead and speak up to the standard that I want to be able to speak at. I'm not trying to go ahead and be an auctioneer or work at a call center or something that needs me to go ahead and be able to speak just so many words a minute or something. I just want to be able to go ahead and hold a conversation and not feel like I'm bringing down the conversation, or I'm not being able to contribute because I have a speech impediment. It's not that I surround myself with people who who are not understanding of that fact, or who don't care or something like that. I feel like I surround myself with people who do understand what I let them understand, and as for the rest, I'm not able to express it myself, so they just don't know, and it turns into a lot of times that um, it feels like I get short with people, and um, and it's not that I mean to. Like, perfect example of it is trying to go ahead and explain something to someone. Um, it's I sometimes have the inability to go ahead and do that because I get so frustrated trying to go ahead and find the right words, trying to go ahead and answer any questions they have, that it feels like I get short with them, and then they no longer want to ask questions or want the thing that I'm trying to explain to them. And that feels really bad because I like helping people. I like helping someone understand that next thing and helping them get over that next hurdle. Because I've always had people who were willing to go ahead and do that for me. But it seems like when I was younger, getting a hold of like a speech therapist, and being able to go ahead and talk things out, and give a really good approximation of how I feel and how it makes me feel, to go ahead and give a to sort of express myself. It really feels like I can't get that anymore. Mainly I feel like it's my own fault because I've always just well, it's not always, it's saying that you feel bad doesn't cut it. And because when you yourself don't know why you feel bad, it's not going to help anyone else. When you just say you feel bad, and not being able to sort of express those feelings and sort of identify them in the first place. I mean, one of the coping mechanisms I had to go ahead and just learn in the army was to just bury any sort of bad feelings that I had, because someone always had it worse. Someone always was pushing further, even though they were 10 times worse than I was in some aspect. And that worked for a little while, but then it comes to a point where, I wish I could get help for it. And they were able to go ahead and express why they felt bad, and what hurt and why it hurt. And I can go ahead and tell someone why if I break my leg, why my leg hurts. I can point to it. But if you point to your head and say your head hurts, but you don't know why it hurts, it just sort of feels like you're going around in circles, and it just sort of feels like you're not able to go ahead and get the point across. And getting the point across is really my biggest flaw right now, on top of the speech impediment. Being able to talk by itself, I can mostly do. But it feels like having the speech impediment contributes to all these other things, and they stack, and they go ahead and compound on each other, and it just feels like it's it's claustrophobic in a way that feels like I can't go ahead and just lift the weight off, and I feel enclosed half the time, and I don't know how to go ahead and explain it to someone other than saying I feel enclosed. And that really is just sort of, because I mean, people want to know why you feel this way, or people want to know how they can help, but I can't give a good reason beyond my speech impediment, and that's not something someone can just flip a switch and make better, or they can't go ahead and help you undo years of just suppressing your feelings because you didn't want to go ahead and inconvenience someone. You didn't want to go ahead and have to make someone wait on you being able to get your thoughts across, and that wasn't the right way to go ahead and approach things earlier in my life, and I didn't really realize that. And now I feel like I'm paying for it, and it really sucks because I just often feel like in my life I do more harm than good to people around me, and I just sort of feel like, or wish I could just sort of have a deep conversation with someone where I didn't feel like do they really care? Do I really need to be? Do they need to waste time on me? Do they need to go ahead and have this conversation with me when they could be helping a starving child somewhere, where they could be helping someone who's much more worse off? And it's those feelings that sort of feel like hold me back in terms of being able to go ahead and really express anything beyond, hey, I don't feel so great. I don't feel like I can go ahead and give a good approximation of hey, this hurts, or this hurts, but up here. And I just sort of feel like it comes to a head when I have to sort of own up for the fact that it often feels like I can't have those deep connections with people that I want. Like the relationship that I have with my mother, for example, is really strained. I mean, we get along, but it's just not to a point where I feel like it should be. I don't get to go ahead and have that really simple sort of relationship where I can go ahead and say, Mom, I thank you for understanding me. Thank you for thank you for going ahead and understanding what I need, and I feel like I can understand what she needs. It just it never connects because I can't understand what she really wants half the time, or I misinterpret it. And I feel like she really tries to understand how I feel on a lot of subjects, and And it's just a thing where I just wish we could go ahead and talk on a deeper level, not so much where she is able to go ahead and I just wish I could get the right words out, and I never feel like I can. And with friends I have online, it's the same thing. Um, I can't really just have the words and they're the right words and they're the words I want to say without worrying about, okay, am I going to go ahead and start in this word? Am I going to be able to go ahead and pronounce this word correctly? Am I going to be able to go ahead and say this word without having to go ahead and sound it out? Am I speaking too quickly? Can they even understand me? Do they even want me to keep on talking? Do they want to listen? Do they want to even hear what I have to say? And I just sort of feel it just sort of feels like I'm batting 1,000, and I can't really get out of it. And it just sort of feels like I'm being pushed down, or I've been pushing down my feelings and the fact that I want to express myself, but feeling like I can't for so long that I can't express myself now. I mean, even now, I'm struggling to go ahead and find the words that I think fit, or the words that I think have are the right words, and it just sort of feels like I can't find them, and maybe there are no right words, but I like to think that all the people, like all the people that I hear talk and all the people I watch on YouTube or whatnot, they always have the right words, and they can go ahead and say those words perfectly. And I just wish, God, I wish I could go ahead and do that. And the fact that I can't it just hurts my heart to a point that it just feels like every time I watch something, every time I try to go ahead and improve, or it is even worth it. Is it worth it trying to go ahead and improve when I can't get there? And I know it's not worth going ahead and saying that you can't get there without trying, but it feels like I have tried, and it feels like I'm at the peak, and my mountain's just smaller than everyone else's, and I want to be on the big mountain. But I can't go down my mountain and then try to go ahead up a bigger mountain because something's stopping me from going ahead and doing that, and I can't figure out what that thing is and how to go ahead and just say, no, you're not going to stop me from going down this mountain. I can't let you stop me from going down that mountain. But it's just a thing where I just sort of feel unable to give a lot of input towards anything beyond the basic emotion of it anymore. Like I can go ahead and say that my arm hurts, and because I twisted my wrist the wrong way or something like that. When it comes to my feelings and the fact that I don't feel comfortable with doing something, or feel like I can't go ahead and do something because of a limitation, or the idea of a limitation that I put on myself. I can't go ahead and just get past that. I can't just flip a switch and just stop doing it. And it just eats me up inside because of it. But yeah, thank you for going ahead and hearing me ramble for a bit. I'm gonna try to go ahead and make more videos and sort of talk about this more, so I can at least watch it back and say, hey, I could try saying that in the future. Maybe I can get the point across better, or I can go ahead and try to have a conversation about this and insert this into the conversation and try to have it being a stepping off point or something. But yeah, everyone, I hope you have a good day, morning, or night. I hope you are well and well of mind, and I hope you all have a good week. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a good one.